Hey guys, what's up? Sean here, and welcome to episode 21 of the Elektrify Wrestling Podcast. This is a special edition Backlash prediction recap special, combined one thing, joined by
Scott.
And the links are in the description to all the things you need to know. This is available in audio-only format on iTunes, Google Play, Stitcher, TuneIn, and other places probably at this point, as well as the Anchor Podcast app, which you can leave a question for us to answer. It is also live on Twitch and YouTube at 4 or 3 p.m. on Wednesdays. So we don't, times are not our strong suit.
We don't time.
So the way we're doing this week is we're going to predict Backlash as well as talk about what happened on the go-homes for each match as we
had to be the worst go-homes.
Run down. Well,
but I say that weekly, so.
I mean, it's always pretty bad. So what we're going to do, I got to pull up the card so that we can pick some sort of order to this. I guess we will start with the pointless Raw tag because that's number 8. So the pointless Raw tag, I gotta reformat the way the screens are so I can see both. There we go. So I can make sure we're on the right thing because these buttons are labeled totally incorrectly and in no way make any sense. So I have no idea what's happening.
I'm pretty sure it's just to get those 4 on the show.
Yeah, I feel like it
happened 2 weeks ago.
I feel like Braun has had nothing to do for months.
Hey, he won the Greatest Royal Rumble, which is like the definition of not having anything to do.
Hornswoggle was never eliminated. Let's just go with that. Also, other than to make fun of Roman later, I have decided that I will never speak of said Royal Rumble ever again. The entire show is annoying. The entire concept was annoying. Every time they praised the country of Saudi Arabia, I wanted to strangle myself. And then them releasing a statement apologizing for the women appearing in a fucking ad.
They didn't do it. The Saudi Arabia.
Well, you know what I mean. Yeah. Them. That was
Yeah.
they in this case. That makes me want to shoot myself.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
I know for a fact that in 5 years, Saudi Arabia is going to do something where WWE will never speak of this ever again because this will get Chris Benoit real fast. So, might as well start now on the not speaking about it topic. But we have to talk about Roman later because reasons. However, since this is entirely pointless, whatever this is, and I have no idea, I guess briefly we can discuss what is the logic for Braun saving Roman on Raw?
Did you see Roman's face?
Didn't they
He
not?
was like looking at him. He was like,
Did they not feud for like 9 months?
I don't know what's happening. And didn't he put him through the chamber like 12 times?
I mean, I don't really know why Bobby saved him either.
No.
But like,
I guess they don't like Kevin and Sammy.
Braun felt worse.
Yeah.
And then, okay, maybe.
At least Roman acted like.
At least Roman got beat up.
Well, yeah.
That was
but
good.
He acted like, why is he here? Until the match, and then he acted like nothing.
And then this got booked, and Ginger didn't get to be in this.
No.
As a representative of Canada.
Neither did. Wow, in this little segment.
Yeah, like he should be in this.
Yeah, I mean,
this is Canada versus not Canada.
Try to tell me that those two don't need to be in a handicap match.
Do you recall? Okay, I brought this up the other day, and I can't remember the exact specifics, but do you remember the time that they were in Canada and Jericho fought for like the U.S. against Canada, like in Canada, and it was very. What do you remember what that was?
He was like, he said, if this is right, wait, he was fighting against Canada?
Yeah, like he was like the representative of the U.S. in a match in Canada.
Oh, okay, so he was doing like a backstage segment, and he like said, I'm actually from like New York. Winnipeg sucks or something, even though he's very much.
It was very weird.
Yeah, he like turned on Canada for the night.
Yeah, and they pretended he was from the U.S. and I was confused as hell.
They said from like New York.
But like I felt like the same thing happened with Ginger. That's why I brought it up. Like they're like,
yeah, Ginger is very much from.
He's from Saudi Arabia. If you do know.
Well, he lost, so he's not clearly. Vince figured it out right before.
As far as our predictions, Braun. Not even Bobby. Braun.
Dude, they keep pushing Braun for no reason. Like they're just pushing him off a cliff.
They took the belt away from him.
They did. They just were like, no.
It was gonna be part of this,
belt.
but then it's not.
I mean, they didn't need to have a green belt.
That they shouldn't have had one at all for any reason.
So now that's just gonna go like back in the warehouse.
Yeah.
They're gonna be like, hey, you can't keep that.
Hey, they're going back in November. They'll bring it back
So
out.
is it like every year he has to defend it?
Well, I want to know what. I want to know in November when they go back. Is it another Greatest Royal Rumble? Like, do they just keep doing that
right before the real one?
Like, do they just keep? Well, as far as I'm concerned, there is no Royal Rumble coming up, but we already did this one for the next Mania, so it's done. So we don't need one in January.
Yeah, he's already going to.
Yeah, he's main eventing versus Roman. Hey, at least he'd
Probably
actually
gonna
get the main event.
that, and it's not Brock.
So,
Roman.
now that we can move on, I guess, because the order of this says so, to Cena's one-time relative, Daniel B. Bryan. It's under Cena on the board. I don't know. Cena versus Big Cass. And by Cena, I mean Daniel. Cena's not going to be at this show.
I'm picking Daniel. Because I don't.
Well,
I
one
don't
would
care.
hope. Is he medically cleared, though?
Yeah, because he wrestled after SmackDown.
Yeah.
No. Against Shinsuke. I was like, why?
I was so terrified when they first said that he had a concussion.
Yeah, I was too, and then they had him wrestle. I was like,
I guess, can we discuss the fact that for some reason Vince McMahon
got a midget on TV again.
What?
Little person, sorry.
Once he got Hornswoggle, it just was back. It was back in his
Dude, I think we discussed
head.
this a few weeks ago, how he loves small people, and now he has had two within the same week.
But I feel like he called Hornswoggle and was like, I have an idea. And it's like, Vince, we've already done this. We've done this a lot.
Yeah.
We don't need to do this. No.
He has a problem.
He does. I appreciate it in the sense that sometimes he seems like such a child. He's entertained by the stupidest shit.
Well, I mean, think about it when Titus tripped.
No, that was.
Do you know how much he was probably laughing and replaying that? He's like, press it again.
Oh,
do it again.
And then they did the thing on Raw, which was terrible.
Yeah, where
they're going to keep doing that.
He got a shirt for it.
They're going to do it so much.
Yeah, it's never going away now. It was funny the one time.
It's like when a new movie comes out and they can make some random guy reference it in their very important promo.
Yeah.
But it's worse.
Yeah.
This is just going to... It's basically, it's when Cesaro knocked his teeth out.
Oh.
It's a lot like that.
Because they made a shirt for that, too.
Yeah. And they made him speak with the mouth guard in and all kinds of stupid shit.
Yeah, because Vince likes to laugh.
Because he's a child,
yeah.
as we just discussed. Did you know that Hornswoggle was supposed to fight WeBL? At Greatest?
WeBL?
Yes, he was the commentator with Micro Cole for the WLC.
That would have been fun.
They couldn't get a visa for WeBL.
Ah, devastating.
And I'm not sure if the guy last night was WeBL or not. For all I know, it was.
Probably was.
It seems like a good odds.
You know what? We didn't get you that. You can do this.
But first of all, I don't know why they had Daniel not medically cleared.
Because it was a chest infection. Because they had an excuse.
What the logic of that was. But even then, this didn't. What?
Have we got to the point where we call Big Cass a good heel or just awful and I don't want to see him?
Oh, I never wanted to see him.
Well, yeah, I'm always there.
And I fear that he's about to beat Daniel Bryan.
Yeah. Did you pick Daniel too, or are you picking?
I'm picking Daniel based on but I don't know.
That toxic heat is real for Big Cass, and it's
I don't, if this was Baron Corbin, I'd be all over Daniel because Baron Corbin can't beat anyone.
I feel like they gave Big Cass his little thing when he eliminated Daniel, but
I mean, who knows? This is not relevant to be discussed. However, since that's definitely not the order this is going in, we are going to go to the Jeff button. Jeff Hardy fighting Keith.
Keith.
Just fighting
Royal Rumble 2008.
Just fighting Keith.
I can remember like it's yesterday.
I don't want to watch this a lot.
Anytime Randy Orton's in a match, I think you've gotten to that point.
But I feel like anytime the U.S. title's in a match, I don't want to watch it.
Oh yeah, I was hoping Jeff lost just for that sole reason.
Because even AJ and Kevin was terrible for the U.S. title.
The U.S. title's the worst title.
So
they should just switch that in the UK.
Jeff wins because
I'm picking Jeff.
Vince loves himself some Jeff.
Maybe Randy turns heel. Doubt it.
Did you see the Brother Nero thing on the YouTube channel?
Yeah, I did. I watched that after he won.
Yeah, well, it was. Yeah, was that after the Rumble?
Yeah, he won.
It was at the Rumble or whatever.
Yeah, he won. And
yeah,
it was great. Can't have that stuff just on YouTube.
Instead, I have to watch this. Why can't I have this?
I like how he is just. Those two are so trained now that it takes them 2 seconds.
And since this is the first ever dual brand thingy,
yep.
Are we to expect that the tag titles are never on the show again?
I think they're gonna switch that in the mid card title.
but Randall Keith.
Randall Keith.
They have to book Keith.
They do. They do. That's kind of like Braun and Bobby and Sammy.
I don't even know what the build to this is, other than they come out at the wrong time. Like one of them starts to enter, and then the other one enters.
I think Randy's turning heel. That's all I know. That's all I think.
Again, as far as I've been concerned, he burnt down Bray's house. He's been healed the whole time.
Damn it, Keith.
And he keeps
Matt
destroying.
Hardy rebuilt it.
He keeps destroying singes.
Don't forget, Matt Hardy rebuilt it.
But like he destroys the little singes.
I don't like the little singes, so it's okay.
But that's still heel.
I mean, the little singes are also.
He's still being quite.
I only have a single singe.
Quite a jerk. So, moving on to things that are not this, we have
Finn
to
didn't make this pay-per-view.
figure out which button.
You know that?
This one. Charlotte Flair and Carmella, but Finn lost again. So
he's a loser.
Yeah.
Hey, he wore his shirt finally. But he also wasn't in Saudi Arabia, so that helps.
Everyone is back in the club now. Everyone.
Yeah, everyone
except for Gallus and Anderson. The only two not allowed. And Roman, I banned.
His cool attire.
We did discuss that the only person banned from the club is Roman.
It's true. That was the rule.
I wasn't.
Saudis could say it, but they.
Yeah,
Roman,
the Saudi prince. He's all about that club.
Did you see like one of the princes or something was the one that gave Braun the belt?
Yeah.
He was like.
They
all dress the same. I was so concerned.
I
know we're not bringing it up, but
I don't know why. Like they can they really put the shirt back on Finn after that? Just like nothing to see here, guys. He's been wearing this the whole time. It's fine. Like I know, like the promotion on the website goes to like June that they're donating the money, but
June? Wow, that's impressive.
Yeah, impressive if you assume they're actually doing it. I just imagine Vince is donating it to himself.
Is it a good one that they're donating to? Is it like Susan G. Komen? Then
it's fine, but I don't know that.
Well, I'm just saying.
I think it's 20% of each shirt. I think. Not really.
But
although their shirts are pricey, so that
are
really
they keeping that shirt? Like, are they gonna just like get rid of it? Like,
Probably.
They like to ban shirts after like the good cause.
Yeah,
I like that shirt.
I like the idea in my head that this was Finn's idea, but
I think it is.
At the same time, I feel like he should have just worn the shirt in Saudi Arabia anyway. Just ripped off his other shirt.
Did you see the video when Carmella was on the screen?
Yeah, they cheered.
I'm just saying.
They cheered. Exactly. My point exactly. They cheered. Also, I'm not saying anything, but like, technically, the shirt is just colors.
It's just rainbow. Yeah.
There is nothing.
There's nothing.
I know they're donating the money, and there's a whole thing about that. But like, the shirt doesn't say anything about that.
Right. It's just colors. It just says for everyone.
There's nothing illegal about colors.
That's Saudi.
Apparently, if you have too many colors.
I mean, they only had red and green that whole show. They like Christmas. Oh,
purple is banned. Yellow, no.
I'm just saying.
But like, the shirt's not. And I mean,
it's a good shirt.
I'm just saying, it's not like Darren Young was being great again.
Or Darren Young.
So like,
he was wicked. I saw some like random report. He was mad he wasn't like the first member. I was like, but it's for everyone. What do you mean?
I'm actually curious if they're gonna like do this every year now.
They could
with
they
like
do
different people
with the pink.
Because UFC did it randomly during UFC 200.
Yeah, I remember that.
Like for no reason.
They randomly had
like Amanda Nunes had a shirt and Travis Brown wore it. It was definitely 200 because Travis Brown was there and fighting. So it's definitely he was fighting Kane.
Yeah.
And then they never did it again. So I don't know why they did that one time.
Maybe Finn will just do it.
I guess.
Finn can't win, so it doesn't matter.
Carmella and Charlotte. That's what we're talking about.
Carmella.
Charlotte.
Good. I'm praying Charlotte, but I have my bad hopes.
I don't care about this.
I think they give her like one.
They need to mute Carmella's mic for all eternity.
They need to mute hers and the Iconics.
Oh yes, they are on perma-mute as far as I'm concerned.
Oh, it's painful.
They are the worst. Let's change it back up. Go with this, the IC title. Seth and the Miz.
Seth.
First of all, why is this happening again?
Because Miz still has his title rematch.
I really don't like wrestling right now. Like,
this is the part where usually people don't.
This has been going on, I feel like, since about 4 weeks before Mania.
This is starting to feel like Dean Ambrose.
Where nothing has been happening.
Ah.
And we're just, like, booking in circles.
He's gonna come back soon.
And there was, since they were doing this match again, right?
Yep.
There was no need to bury Finn on Raw. They could have just waited and done Finn and Seth after he retains here or something. There was no need.
It was a good match.
So, I am under the impression that The Miz is Intercontinental Champion.
So they just get both titles?
Yep. It's dual brand. They can keep doing this forever.
That's true.
The Super Show is coming to a Super Show near you. The brand split's dead, man.
Well, you can't do a Super Show. There's too many people.
It doesn't matter. Roman.
Smackdown, Smackdown have more matches?
Roman gets...
1, 2...
They can't. There's 8. There should be 4
four
and
and
4.
four.
It has to be dead even.
They were equal for once.
Yeah, it's dead even because the tag and the Daniel Bryan are the dead evens.
Yay.
But like I feel like they had to do Seth and Finn because they're getting the belt off Seth. Otherwise, that was stupid booking. And so I'm not using my Vince brain. I'm using my logic brain for this one. So it's gonna go horribly wrong for me as far as predictions go. But I'm just believing that there was no point in booking that unless...
Well, I'm going to throw something if Seth loses. Okay.
Unless this is the case.
I can't have Miz. Unless his whole plan is to have Miz win and then Daniel take it from him. I think Daniel's bigger than that.
Isn't that literally like the Miz has cut like 6 promos with Daniel's kid? And his kid.
I know. This is the feud that just hasn't started yet.
I'm still hoping that they leave the USA Network and the Miz just has a reality show on a network they're not on anymore. That's all I want in my life.
I know. They keep saying the show's going to start. I'm like, huh? Really? When?
They're reshooting Total Bellas.
Yeah, it's a show breakup scene.
I want to see the wedding.
The wedding that they've taped.
Whatever they were showing instead.
It's a rough hit.
I still feel like at the end of this, they're going to be like, we were never together and it was all part of Total Bellas the whole time.
Which one?
Did you see, some wrestler who's an indie person who I don't know, said that they wanted to see Cena, like, call a move, like, loud so the camera hears it, and then do a different move? And then somebody in the comments was like, he already did that at Mania last year when he said he was going to marry.
Got him.
I was like, yep, pretty much. Perfect. Dead on. So, anyway, moving on.
He even did that with Triple H.
Yeah.
He was calling moves. I'm like, why?
Because he's like the Today Show scene.
The most generic match of all time.
He's Today Show John. Moving on to what I and most people out there are calling the main event of the evening. Nia Jax taking on Alexa Bliss.
I don't want to watch it.
There's a lot to discuss here.
No, there isn't.
Yes, there is.
I didn't watch the Moment of Bliss again.
First of all, you should have. Disney World or Disneyland.
Oh,
Second of all, when we're going to bring Ronda into this.
Oh, because they held each other's hands.
Okay, I was nervous for a minute that Ronda and I were going to fight. And I was like, no, you can't do that. Stop fighting.
They need to be a tag team.
Then they united with The Rock and Ronda, uniting as one. She's standing in for The Rock here.
Oh, okay.
And then I was like, get Natalya the fuck out my ring and bring Alexa Bliss in my ring and start my 3-man squad of the 3 people I like the best in this division, who happen to all probably be destined to fight each other, unfortunately for me. But like...
Well, wouldn't that be better for you?
This is... No. I want them to just wreck everyone. I want them to like eat Ruby Riott. Just eat her. Nia will just like gobble her up. And then Ronda will just armbar whatever's left. That's how it's going to go. This is the greatest match that's on the show. I'm looking forward to this. Nia better win.
I'm not.
Nia better win.
Forward to this.
But I hope that Alexa in the middle of the match starts doing one of her little segments. Like in the middle of the match. Like starts explaining to the crowd. Like she should be in a submission. Being like, Nia's terrible because she did.
This isn't the least one I'm looking forward to. That's progress.
Now, I don't quite understand why they had Nia and Ronda have a moment, but...
Yeah, I don't remember what happened.
So,
Oh, because Alexa went
yeah,
up the
Nia
stage
went
and-
after Alexa.
And then she stupidly played her music. Doesn't she just know if she runs out there, she's not gonna move?
But it was like, are they united as one?
No.
Forever?
No.
Also, that apparently didn't book a tag match between Ronda and Natalya and Mickey. I don't.
Who's Alexa? If Nia had
Still
someone
felt
else
like
to
that's what
fight.
they were booking. However, I would like to point out that since Ronda missed that one show when they said she was going to be there forever, she's been here all the time. She was a manager, for Christ's sake.
Ah, thank you for reminding me. I meant to look that up.
Could you imagine Brock managing?
That'd be awesome.
He would manage like with Paul Heyman versus Michael Cole for some reason. I can see that as a match.
He'd just be out the outside.
He'd be just swearing. He'd be running around screaming motherfucker
And
like every
sweating
3
a
seconds. He'd dump over all the steel steps. Like he'd be having a stroke.
Yeah.
It would not go well for him out there.
He'd probably start suplexing like the stairs.
Just suplex the ref.
He's not supposed to be back till SummerSlam.
Also, thing we learned, Ronda, the first person ever in the history of the women's division who can run.
She can run very well.
Nobody else can run.
Alexa ran.
Okay, she was all right.
Well, considering she was able to stay away, I was just ready for the whole Braun one when the person slows down just so Braun can catch up.
And we didn't discuss it because it has nothing to do with any of this, but Sasha and Bailey are still doing something, I think.
And they didn't get a match. Haha.
Sasha is now on a 1 to Bray scale, a Bray.
Yeah,
She
is at
has
Bray.
crossed over into
She has
Bray.
gotten to the Bray.
Yeah, Bray's not even a Bray on a 1 to Bray
No,
scale.
Bray's going back down.
He's like an 8.
Yeah.
It's not good.
Because, like, they didn't get a pay-per-view match, so, like, he's still...
And he's definitely about to Randy Orton this shit
yeah,
and do
ruin
the
it all.
exact same thing that Randy did to him. So, like, he's going to
Well,
be
he
back.
can't burn down the compound.
Why not?
God, I'd have a fight.
Burn down the chair of wheels.
Burn Rebby.
Matt's still tweeting about deleting Michael Cole.
Yeah, I know.
I have hope.
Did you watch Senior Benjamin? He's been tweeting at
Oh.
Michael Cole for like a year.
Well, that's
He
good.
calls him Michael Cullo.
I want Michael to go to the compound and just wander through the part that's like the zoo. Just like the giraffe
Or have
and
to do like an
kangaroo.
interview. He has to go for an interview. It's like, hello?
But like just following Michael from the gate of the compound to Matt would be the greatest
They
thing.
keep teasing the deletion of Michael Cole, and we're not getting it.
Speaking of things deleting Michael Cole, they deleted Booker again. Back to coach, which was terrible. It was a
Well,
tragedy.
you knew that was coming.
But I still hoped it
'Cause
wouldn't.
It's Booker doesn't want to every week.
But he's better. They should give him a lot of money. Also,
They probably do.
Kane
One
won the primary by 17.
votes.
And there's still 40 ballots to count.
Yeah, I don't know how he won. If
So
still have to count.
there's a chance he loses.
That's devastating.
But
Because he'll have to come back.
the likelihood now that he's actually going to be mayor is pretty high
Yeah,
because it's fucking Tennessee.
yeah.
However, I have learned that Kane is a crazy person by reading the things that he has said in the past about like what should happen in the world, aka like we shouldn't pay for schools and shit. So this guy should not be fucking mayor at all. Also, he brought a dead person, aka his brother, aka the Undertaker, to campaign with him. So I don't know how that fucking got him votes.
That's a bit nuts. He brought Daniel Bryan once, too.
Yeah. But like if you look at it, like there were 3 people who ran for
Yeah.
the nomination. It was like 31% to 30 to 28
Yeah.
or something. Like it is fucking close. And I feel very bad for the other 2, even though they're probably also terrible people.
They lost a professional wrestler.
But like just how close, like
That's got to be Kane.
they all basically got the same amount of votes. Exactly.
Yeah.
Like that sucks.
Like, they didn't get 50%.
Like, you know, Kane can literally say that his 17 votes he got extra were because he was a professional wrestler and people knew him.
Yeah, that's...
Like that was literally the dividing line.
Like, that's got to be Kane. I
Yeah.
got to vote for him.
Like, now I want Kane to run versus Trump because I'm curious which professional wrestling superstar would win in the battle of Kane versus Trump. Now, Trump brought us
Everyone's
advertiser.
supporting Kane.
Trump
even
brought
if
us.
they don't like him.
Yeah, Trump brought us ad-free Raw, so there's that. But
But
Kane,
Kane brought us...
so many moments, like the time he beat Bray on a scale of 1 to Bray when it was supposed to be Randy Orton versus Bray, and then Kane showed up, and then for some reason Bray got buried into the fucking basement. That was when he got to 1 to Bray. That's when the scale was born.
Well, I think he got past Bray at that point.
But like, how do you bring in a random replacement who beats the guy? And Kane hadn't been seen on TV for months before
That's
that.
Kane.
It's gotta be Kane.
We've discussed this. I think you need to like make a graphic of it's gotta be Kane. And just pop his head every show.
Now,
am I wrong? Because we bring him up every show.
I'm gonna incorporate the fact that he won by 17 votes into it somehow.
Just like 17, like on his hand.
Just 17 ballots. He's just holding them up. Anyway, Nia wins.
Yes.
She definitely just is gonna win because she just got her faceplate things or side plates.
I know, it took like 5 years.
Which is concerning because I thought that meant she wasn't gonna lose.
What did she have?
But there's no way
Is
Alexis.
there something special?
I don't know. I didn't even say.
Did it say irresistible force?
Probably. Or
Is it
maybe
purple?
maybe it's food.
Is it It's blubber.
To be a burrito bowl on one side and the turkey leg from Disneyland on the other
I
side.
did not listen to that.
Also, Alexa held the belt for about 6 decades, so I'm sorry, there's no way.
If someone's gonna beat her, it's not Alexa.
I'm fearing it's gonna be Ronda. But actually, what is the feud after this?
I mean,
Because Ronda's like fighting Mickey James over Natalia's
was
leg.
even on Raw this week.
It might be her.
Or
It has to be because Sasha and Bailey are still like
well, it could
arguing
just
over
be like
whose
a triple
hair's
threat.
worse.
Because they love to like this would be like Kevin, Sammy, and hey, let's just bring AJ into it now. Like it could be the same thing. Nia, AJ,
No.
same person.
No, AJ Nakamura. Here's Rusev.
Hey,
Don't.
Rusev's losing it in English. It looks like for his wife, which makes sense. That's what it was.
I forgot about her.
I did too. She popped up and like, what?
Yeah, she was gone for a while.
She talked in like English
I'm glad she doesn't wrestle anymore though.
until she said Rusev.
Well, I hope she doesn't wrestle.
Oh God.
Okay. What do I got left? Am I
We have
I'm at the big ones. At the
we
big
have
ones.
we have the big 2.
All right, the big 2. The co-main event. AJ Nakamura. It's no DQ.
It also should not be the co-main event
I don't know why it's no DQ. Because nobody has gotten DQ'd in this.
because last time it was a double countout and she doesn't want that to happen again.
So
You can't make a no countout match
Hell in a cell.
at Backlash.
Also, you can make it. No
Oh, they had a good
You
graphic.
can make like falls count
This is
anywhere.
really random, but did you watch the graphic?
No.
They're like the grandest, the greatest, and now the Backlash. Like, oh, look at that. They're funky. I was like, what's the grandest? I was like, oh, right, the grandest stage of them all.
Fastlane.
Roadblock.
Fastlane.
End of the line.
Sorry, Fastlane was the initial Rusev entering this feud for no reason.
Yeah, way back.
They announced it on a
But he
Tuesday,
has not, and then they tagged.
and then it just kept happening for some reason.
All right, who wins? I'm lost. so-
Shinsuke,
Yeah,
because he can cheat.
I mean, I'm gonna pick Shinsuke, but I have no.
He can
idea.
cheat or whatever.
Yeah, maybe he'll low blow him like 12 times.
I'm actually kind of curious what like Shinsuke will
Is
do.
Rusev gonna try to save Shinsuke? Is Shinsuke gonna get like an Asian bodyguard?
Because it's no DQ.
Yes.
Well, they get touchy about the way they.
Yeah, they're very confused.
Their wording on
sometimes
it.
they count it out, sometimes they don't. and
So I
sometimes this
think
happens.
there's actually weapons in this.
Yeah.
Because this isn't no holds barred.
So there'll be a kendo stick and a chair. Congrats. Maybe
Well,
a table.
I'm curious what weapons Shinsuke would use. Never really seen him use weapons.
The low blow.
Probably.
Maybe he'll do a kendo stick low blow.
I just hope they don't do like the Bailey thing where AJ's like, I don't want to cheat. I'm gonna do it the right
You remember
way.
that TLC match? Well, he just got them disqualified, so I don't think he's gonna.
I mean, he beat the living fuck out of Roman that time, and
That was awesome.
you know,
And he lost.
he had a Styles Clash on a steel chair.
Do you remember that? I don't know why. Probably didn't want. You could have killed AJ. AJ versus Dean, like a TLC.
Was that where like
He was he was champion.
No Chin was there, like pushing
Yeah,
off
he
the
pushed
ladder?
him off. Yeah,
Yeah.
but I was gonna say like the action before that
Okay.
was really good with like tables and stuff. So AJ could.
I mean, I trust AJ. I
don't know what the hell Shinsuke's gonna do.
I mean, I guess he probably used tables in
Yet I
Japan.
do enjoy Shinsuke. Yeah, because they have those.
They
stupid
love
long-
going through that awful table. They do love that.
Do you see Jericho's going back? Oh, I just spoiled it. Sorry.
Oh, great.
He has to fight Naito at Dominion.
Oh, goody. Did you see his thing? Like, he said a few weeks ago that
He wasn't going back.
well, he will only go back for tons of money
Yeah.
because he doesn't want to piss Vince off.
Yeah, pretty much.
So I was like,
He's very like set on not wanting to piss Vince off.
that's interesting. He also bitched about Fandango. He said that, like, having to fight Fandango, he almost quit the company because he wanted to fight Ryback.
I think they made the right choice in the end.
To be honest, both terrible choices.
Yeah, but at least one's still there.
One just humps the air. The other one is Ryback.
What else was? Oh, Jericho was on.
Remember the Funkasaurus?
Talk is Jericho with the.
Fucking hate that.
Yeah, and they had like some TNA thing, and they had a disco ball backstage. It was him and EC3. He looked up. He was like,
I didn't really watch wrestling during that time,
Yeah.
and then like you just turn on the TV and that's what you see, and you're like, I don't want to watch this ever again. I made the right choice.
You came back though.
AJ.
Yeah, AJ does a lot. Oh, fun little fact for you. Tomorrow's Bullet Club Day. So if you want like an old AJ shirt from like New Japan, they're up for 24 hours.
You know what tomorrow also is? Rusev Day. Which really takes priority, I think.
Well, my point was you could get a cool AJ shirt.
Rusev Day is
You
worldwide.
can always get a Rusev Day shirt.
Not always. They're probably
Every
gonna get
day
rid
is
of them
Rusev
tomorrow.
Day.
I wonder, do they have like AJ's like mask thing he used to wear?
Why doesn't he have new music yet? That's what I was thinking.
I don't know what he had for shirts then. So
I don't either. I'm just going to look. Oh, and you can get Carl Anderson shirts. I laughed.
how about Gallows shirts?
No. He didn't have
Festus shirts.
He didn't have a shop.
How did Gallows not have a shop?
It's Bullet Club Day.
He's clearly
but
more
it's
over.
Not Finn or anyone besides AJ and Machine Gun.
Adam Cole?
Nope.
Not many people.
No. Also, this Talking is Jericho that Jericho put up this week had to be from January. Because they're still like talking like the Chicago All In thing with like not happening. I was like, what is happening?
What is this?
But Jericho did say that the Young Bucks are going to piss off Vince, and they said, good. That's about it.
So, Shinsuke,
I hope.
I mean,
If not, I'm going to be confused.
if not, he's a Bray on a 1 to Bray scale.
Oh, yeah.
He's about a 9.
He is at a 9. He's cool, though, so, like, he's still Bray, but not Bray.
But that makes him almost more Bray.
Yeah, he's peak Bray.
Because Bray is cool. Like, he's at Bray when Bray fought Cena.
Yeah, he
the whole world's in his hands.
There's one game.
And then he somehow loses.
That decides his fate right now.
And Bray lost to Cena.
That decided his fate.
Yeah.
Now we see what happens to...
Now it could go either way here.
I mean, I wouldn't be mad if AJ won, but I'd be sad because Shinsuke's done.
I'd be mad because then what?
Samoa Joe. That's kind of what they teased.
But then, like, Shinsuke's Baron Corbin.
Speaking of...
Who, by the way, lost via roll-up.
To No Way Jose because he made fun of Titus sliding.
Well, I thought that
Why
guy
didn't he do that to Cole?
I thought Baron was, like, going to the top. Vince loves him, everyone reports. Dave keeps reporting that.
They did do that.
And then I see Jinder fighting Roman, and I'm like, and Baron's losing to No Way Jose. I don't know.
Oh, I got so scared when Jinder came out there. I was like, now we have to see Jinder and Roman.
Oh, I was ready to get hype. I was like, this is peak Vince.
When's the last time Jinder won? Good. We don't know.
I have no idea.
He's back on that.
But, like, this was really about to be peak Vince, like, putting Jinder and Roman in the main event or Raw.
Yeah, and then we got a better one, which was a very good match, even though we saw it, like, past 4 weeks.
And I didn't understand why it was happening. And they didn't really make that clear.
I thought Finn was going to turn heel. He just got curb stomped and lost.
Well, you know, next week on Raw, he'll bring out the Demon.
Oh, I like the way that match ended, by the way, the ladder match.
Why doesn't he just bring out the Demon all the time?
Yeah, he'd never lose.
I didn't like... Well, okay. I like that they finally somebody just reached for the goddamn belt while they were on the ladder. I didn't like that Finn looked like a doofus the whole time.
He did.
Because he literally just stood still.
He did.
From the minute Seth started to jump to the minute Seth told the meltdowns, Finn's just standing. And then he's bleeding out of his eye.
Oh, that's bad.
And I'm like, now you just look real dumb. Because you didn't even move and you're bleeding out of your eye.
Poor Finn. Because I like Finn. I don't know if you like Finn.
Also, I wanted to fire Kevin Dunn and the whole team. Because, like, they kept showing Finn going like this, like he was heartbroken.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm like, he's bleeding from his eye.
But I like Finn, and he's kind of like... He's entering Bray territory.
I mean,
I want to talk about people entering Bray territory.
Pretty much, if you're even Roman is starting to go to Bray territory.
Yeah, but like I don't care.
But it's still.
But I'm talking about people.
I'm just saying, everyone's kind of in Bray territory. It's dangerous.
AJ's not. That's about it.
Like we don't know. Daniel Bryan might be in Bray. We don't know.
Charlotte will never be.
Nia finally escaped it.
You know who's deep in Bray territory, like past Bray territory? Becky Lynch. Yeah, I faced that. Seth's not in Bray territory. He was for a while.
Yeah, he's definitely escaped.
He's broken through the
Yeah.
wall. I wish Big Cass was in Bray territory. Braun Strowman's not.
I mean,
Well,
Cass.
he is, but he isn't.
Cass could take his first step.
I hope he does.
Like he could go from a 1 to a 2.
Kevin and Sammy are kind of. By the way, I loved how much Montreal loved them.
Kevin and Sammy, because their gimmick seems to be that they're doofuses, sort of. They're not as bad.
Yeah.
Because they're not like if Joe loses to Roman and then keeps losing a bunch, Joe is worse as the heel who keeps losing,
Right?
Because he's like the big tough guy who doesn't win. So it would be worse for him than Kevin and Sammy.
Also, what's funny about Kevin and Sammy is that this has nothing to do with Sammy. But when Jericho was coming into the Rumble, Kevin's like, "Why are you here? Go home!"
And Sammy was very much in like Fandango territory for a good long while there. So like for him to even get to Bray territory would be an upgrade.
Yeah.
Like he'd be rocking.
I enjoy when Sammy's on my screen.
But as far as Finn goes, I don't dislike him, but I have never seen him win a match. He won the Universal.
AJ.
He won the Universal title. AJ
cheated against AJ.
Basically, I don't think, to be fair, I might have seen him win once or twice as the non-demon.
That might be true. You might be right there. He pinned Rollins on Raw a few weeks ago.
So like
on a roll up.
There's not much.
No, there isn't.
And like I like him. I don't know that I'd like watching him wrestle as much. He's cool.
Yeah, he's cool.
But his matches are anything.
I mean,
they're all the same.
Seth, so. And if he's not fighting them, he's fighting
the big dog.
No, the stupid Miz Taraj.
He should be fighting the big dog
for the title.
Please God, no. That would mean the big dog has the belt.
I was gonna say, remember, Roman can't win it.
Speaking of the biggest dogs
in the fight,
in the yard,
the main event.
We got a lot to say here. This is pretty much the rest of the show.
I mean, it's the last match.
Yeah, but it's gonna take me a minute. Okay.
I'll just watch.
We have to start from the thing we will never speak of past this moment. The greatest thing that wasn't good. The Rumble of Greatness. First of all, fucking get gray zip ties for your damn steel cage. I could see them in the slow-mo falling through the sky, and it looked terrible, and it was stupid, and I gave them an F for that. It was a cool spot. However, this controversy is not a controversy. I have solved it. I solved it the first minute it happened. In the NFL, a knee means you're down. But so does a forearm. A knee is 2 feet. All these things.
A back.
You would think lying on the fucking floor is 2 feet.
First, yeah.
What is the conflict here?
So that's pretty much saying like some guy could just go out there and sit like a turtle, put his arms and he's not out.
Now, that being said, as far as I know, breaking through the wall of the cage is not an option for escaping it. And therefore, maybe neither of them win.
I still think my favorite of any cage breaking is when Bobby Lashley jumped through it against Umaga.
Like if they went through, but if they went through the floor, does somebody win because they went through the floor?
Yeah, like I'd start digging. Kane.
But like I don't, and then to have the referee go on Twitter and apologize for screwing this up, even though there's like 3 referees, I swear to God.
Yeah, they've run out.
Like, there's a bunch of them. Like, what the fuck? And then Meltzer thinks they botched it in the first place. Like, he thinks Roman wasn't supposed to roll off like a dope. Like, that he was supposed to stay put.
Well, he landed on his head, so that might...
Yeah, like, I just wish that it could have been a really cool spot, and then they just said it's a tie.
Yeah,
and
like
Brock
when The
retains.
Undertaker and Batista landed at the same time. Remember that?
Yeah, because, like, you have to go through the door or climb over.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody says you go through the wall.
Right.
So just say that it's a tie because the cage broke, and we move on with our lives, and we, whatever, Roman.
I don't think a tie would have hurt anyone.
Because then you get this doofus coming out on Raw, and for the 75th time talking about some sort of conspiracy against Roman. Like,
Big dog.
dude, here's the fucking conspiracy. I'll explain it to you, buddy. You see, Vince loves you, but he knows nobody else does. And he's sad about that. And he's scared and embarrassed that you're such a failure at your job. So, he couldn't give it to you at Mania. Fuck, he couldn't give it to you in Saudi Arabia. Because you're so fucking bad, he'd rather have the belt in fucking Minnesota, in a log cabin with no internet, than on your stupid fucking ass. So maybe, just maybe, you should stop bitching about how it's unfair to Roman, because nobody cheered you in Montreal. You got booed louder than I've ever heard you booed since the day after Mania when you beat Taker. You are in, like, shit zone. You've been cutting the same promo for fuck God knows how long. You talking about how Brock's not here. Yeah, because he's fucking champ and you're a loser. So he doesn't have to be here, and you have to earn your way back to the title, which I'm sure, somehow miraculously, you have already done, and they will announce you and Brock for the whatever the fuck's next pay-per-view for the 37,000th time. But, like, you've lost twice.
Yeah.
First of all, I don't know how you got the rematch in the steel cage. Because you just lost that Mania match straight up.
Yeah, I don't know how that happened.
So, this one you're going to say that you should have won so you get a rematch. But you shouldn't even had the damn match because you lost, you loser. Then they put Joe on the screen.
Poor Joe.
He's not even there. And the crowd pops like crazy. He gets actual dialogue.
Yep.
He doesn't seem bored because even Roman seems bored about
Yeah.
getting the title stolen.
I think, like, Roman the guy, like actual Roman, like Liati or whatever his name is, he's probably sick of this.
Well, I feel like they have a rule that he can't raise his voice.
Yeah, I don't think like he can do anything. He just has to be like,
He's at
"I'm
like
the
a tea
big
party.
dog. This is my yard.
Like,
Brock cheated."
he's fought Brock, what, like 57 times in his career now?
Yeah.
Has he ever won?
No.
So then shut the fuck
He's been
up,
in
you
4
suck.
matches with Brock. He's been pinned by Brock 3 times.
And, I mean, this time he cracked his skull on the ground. Great idea.
That was bad.
Also, I mean,
Almost as bad as Big Cass.
he's been at Raw, but until like last week, he hadn't had a match on Raw in like a month.
Right.
He just came in, moped around, bitched and moaned, and left.
Mm-hmm.
I have no idea how Vince thinks this is helping. I don't even know if he's trying to help.
I think Vince is...
Because they wouldn't put the
Yeah.
belts on him because they were scared. Now
What are they doing now?
what are we doing? What is this? And then I don't know who out, like, he's feuding with Joe.
Hey, remember that time that he had that match with Miz?
Yeah, got shot blocked and
Yeah.
he sold a leg injury.
I wanted to bring it up so you can...
Then, you know what happened right after that? He went to the Elimination Chamber and he fucking Superman punched his dick off for 9 minutes straight and won. And then got beat up like a loser, as always. Then he went to Mania after doing nothing for weeks but bitching and got beat up like a loser and lost. Then somehow after all that, he got another fucking rematch for the title, which he lost because Brock was literally lying on the ground. Or at the very least, they tied because they broke the damn cage. Also, it was a house show, but for some reason, only his match is fucking canon and counts. Nobody else's match seems to have any bearing on the situation, really.
No, considering... No.
I mean, I guess AJ and Shinsuke kind of. But, like, nothing happened to that show.
No.
It was pointless.
Mm-hmm.
And now he comes out and cuts the same promo, basically. And then Joe gets cheered, and then we do this again.
Joe.
Like, they can't get the belt off Brock because he's so bad at his job.
Right.
That's where we're at. Vince won't put it on anyone else. but yet he can't put it on this guy.
Correct.
So just fucking put it on someone else. He's not going to suddenly get cheered by losing a bunch.
Nope.
How is that going to help? He's going to be Bray.
They have the guy that should beat him.
On a scale of 1 to Bray, he's a 9. Because when did he last have the belt? It was like 2 years.
When Dean Ambrose cashed in on him. On Seth. Money in the Bank. 2016.
2 years, basically. So, like...
Yeah.
He's a Bray. On a scale of 1 to Bray, he's a Bray.
He's a Bray.
He loses the big time match.
But...
and just talks
Samoa
a lot of
Joe
shit.
isn't a Bray.
He's close.
Well,
I don't think he's ever won a match in the history of
but
WWE.
He's cool. At least.
But Bray was cool.
But you just
The whole
call
world.
Roman Bray. Roman's not cool.
He's the big dog. He beat the Taker.
That he did. I think that's his last win.
No, because he beat The Miz somehow in the first place.
Yeah.
But
And Chamber.
and then he never really lost to The Miz because The Miz always cheated because you got to protect
Right.
the big dog.
Mm-hmm.
But for some reason, he didn't want a rematch of that.
No, because he's below that title or something or above.
But
it.
now there's a conspiracy. 9/11
You know the last
happening
time
to Roman.
someone was talking about conspiracies? It was R-Truth.
Remember when he was on the show that one week?
Do you know? Yeah. You know what happened to R-Truth because of that? He got a WWE title shot at Capital Punishment. You're welcome.
Maybe Roman can get them to bring back Capital Punishment.
The worst pay-per-view of all time. That's always in the game, by the way.
By the way, Roman wins.
Yeah, Roman wins.
Because he's been such a loser this whole feud.
So he has to beat Joe.
Yeah, Joe has been right the whole time. And
Yep.
Roman has been such a dum-dum that 3 Superman punches and a spear.
Ooh,
And then he'll get booed a bunch. And the
and
crowd will go home pissed off. And somehow he'll get a rematch for that. And then we go to Saudi Arabia again to give him the belt.
that's Backlash.
Maybe they should just find some island somewhere and
Madagascar.
hold the match with no cameras. Just give Roman the belt.
Madagascar.
He should win the house show
He should. That'd be great.
with no
That
cameras,
would be awesome.
no footage.
Wins it at the house show
Yeah,
with everyone booing, but they don't have any footage until some fan puts it online.
that's a perfect solution.
Yeah.
Because he doesn't want him to get booed.
And they could probably pay Brock
But-
less money for that.
If your guy's such a loser that he can't win in the main event of Mania because he's that big of a loser, why do you want him as the face of your company?
Fids.
But, like, if he's the face of your company, he should be able to win at your biggest show.
I forgot the face of a company is a thing. I just call him the face of Raw, which is pretty much the.
And hell, I mean, you didn't want the main event to end with booing.
Right.
He didn't have to be the main event, you know. It's not a law. As far as I can tell, he didn't win the Royal Rumble,
No.
which was supposed to be about being the main event.
Shinsuke won the Royal Rumble.
So a very easy solution there.
Don't forget.
Also, the idea that Brock and Roman was going to be such a good match that it should go on last is just absurd. That's just not.
If you think about it, first of all, they should have switched back-to-back years. Shinsuke should have won the title. Randy shouldn't have. Bray. Random thought.
Oh, he was a strong.
Well, I'm thinking because Roman headlined both.
On a scale of 1 to Bray, Bray was a double Bray when he lost the Bug match.
Yeah.
The Bug match was that was peak Bray.
I really liked when he had the title.
When he won that Elimination Chamber, that was almost as great as Nia.
You know when they won the tag titles?
But it was greater because I didn't expect it.
You know when they won the tag titles, right?
Yeah.
Do you know that was his first title? Ever? That was his first title he ever won. Then he won the WWE. That's it. Well, now we have the tag, but
Harper's like a 9-time tag champion. He's like
Whoa.
3-time, but
That's Luke Harper for you. Or Harper.
speaking of bludgeons, they're not on the show.
Or the Use. Or the Bar. Or the New Day. All on the same show.
But I expect Roman to get booed heavily.
Yep.
I
Where
ex-
is it? Is it Chicago?
I expect nothing to have changed in life because why would it?
No, it's New Jersey.
Yeah, he'll get booed.
Oh, yeah, I know. It's just I wanted to see if it would be more like Montreal or
I mean, Montreal was epic.
what's the next pay-per-view?
Money in the
Takeover's
Bank, right?
false. So
Money in the Bank.
when is that?
Why did this?
What just happened?
If you go to this, it doesn't continue the chronological order for some reason because
It just goes to Takeover.
yeah, because it hates me and I don't know why. Money in the Bank 2018, I'm pretty sure is next. Cause
June
it's
17th. Thank you. Is
why does this do this? It's the Big Five.
that the right one?
I just clicked it and it brought me back to the exact same page.
June 17th. That's all I need to see.
Yep, there's no page for it, I guess. Whatever, it's next.
Okay.
Maybe he wins Money in the Bank.
Oh my god.
He's never done that, right?
No.
He's got to do that.
You're right. Smackdown could no. I think 1-1. The women get one, and the Ronda's gonna win.
No, Raw gets them all.
I just Ronda cashed in. That'd be the worst.
Hmm.
Now he's thinking about
I'm pretty sure Roman's winning Money in the Bank right now.
it. Mm-hmm. Uh-huh.
Okay, just picture this. There's a match with Brock happening.
Mm-hmm.
In the middle of the match, bottom, like the chorus of boos that would immediately strike when that, especially, I wish he did the Carmella thing. He kept doing it. The boos would be just.
Well, think about it. Look at the past cash-ins, okay? Baron Corbin, not good.
Since we're technically not predicting anything, let's switch to something else.
Not good. Not good. Good. Right?
Oh, great. It was great.
Dean Ambrose cashed in that night.
That was peak Baron.
Sheamus cashed in on Roman. And Seth Rollins cashed in on Roman. The trend. So Roman has to win one eventually.
Because you would think the big dogs winning at Money in the Bank.
Oh, you know.
Because it's a big five now.
Oh, you know. Technically,
Big five.
if we're being serious, Seth Rollins cash in involves Roman. Sheamus cash in involves Roman.
Everything involves Roman.
And Dean Ambrose's cash in involves Roman.
AJ Shinsuke right now involves Roman in some fucking wacky way.
Yeah, because Samoa Joe's now kind of in it. There you go.
There you go. The big
Did
dog.
you hear the people chanting TNA when Joe walked out there? It was great.
I don't think that Braun could win Money in the Bank because it's too big.
No, you can't have. Well, Kane won. You never know.
That's starring a different time.
It was on a Money in the Bank pay-per-view.
Yeah.
I just wanted to bring up Kane again.
That was when they wanted to have like Fatal 4-Way the pay-per-view. Triple threat.
Is true.
The pay-per-view. They're adding Heat to the network.
I saw that.
Can watch
I
Heat.
still don't know what Heat is.
Instead of watching SmackDown, I think I'll just watch Heat from now on.
Well, instead of Raw, too, you can watch, like, AJ Styles versus...
I watch Raw because I like seeing dementia take place live on the air as we watch Roman's storyline progress. That's how I have to describe it. It's just dementia taking place.
Roman.
And for all like the Jerichos and Triple H's of the universe who defend Roman and claim that this is going well.
Yeah.
What the fuck are you smoking?
They're getting paid a lot of money.
But like, Jericho, this is going well. What is this booking? What if this was a Fandango storyline? This doesn't make any sense. Like, and this is the main storyline.
It's not going well at all. Like, he just is never going to be liked.
But I forget him being liked. This just is stupid. It's stupid.
Like, the point he's not champion is because he's not liked.
I know, but like, if you're trying to get somebody to be the underdog, like Daniel Bryan didn't claim conspiracy.
They also didn't want him to win.
But like, even Daniel, when they literally didn't want him, they had a better storyline for him.
Yeah.
They were trying to make him bad, and they wrote better stories than the guy they're trying to make good.
Right.
That would make a lot of sense. There's not much sense going on there.
No.
Anyway, I give this an F. This week was an F. And we're heading into...
You meant you were just predicting. I'm not predicting. I think you're just calling Backlash the F already.
Oh,
like,
well,
geez.
To be honest, I mean, I'm most interested in watching the Roman car wreck.
I just got the history of Backlash.
I'm pretty hyped about Nia. I don't want to see Daniel and Cass. I don't care. I don't care about Charlotte and Carmella. Jeff and Randy is going to hurt me. Seth and Miz is probably going to hurt me. AJ and Shinsuke, like, they haven't had a good match yet, so.
I think their greatest Royal Rumble one was better.
Well, it was a low bar. It was a real low bar. The bar was at Fandango level.
Yeah, it wasn't the bar. They didn't set the bar that time.
No. Even Sheamus with his shrinking neck or whatever is better than that. Like,
it's a weird show.
I don't know. It feels like it's 2011.
But hey, after this happens, we don't have to see those commercials that Backlash is coming in.
I mean, if you were to look at this and just replace some names with people from the past era, this looks like a Super Show pay-per-view. Like, just the way this is booked. No, but the way it's booked is just like bled randomness just happening everywhere. There's no.
Finn's gonna probably be on the pre-show.
He'd probably be on the Cruiserweights, 205 Live. 205 Live.
205 Live.
Are they gonna be on the pre-show or are they banned? They're just like on main event forever.
They probably won't be on it at all.
They shouldn't be.
Rude. They had like the best match of the Greatest Royal Rumble.
They should be sent to exclusively wrestle in Saudi Arabia. That's where I would. Them and Roman.
Remember when they had their house shows with Nia? Wow, thank God Enzo got fired.
Also, I'd like to point out real quick, apparently the Saudis don't like Roman either.
Yeah, which is a problem.
Because they didn't put him over.
They didn't put him over, and they booed him.
I mean, the guy wanted Yokozuna.
Yokozuna and the Ultimate Warrior. So they put in Hiroki Soto or whatever the guy's name
I
was.
tried to discover who that man was. There was no hope.
No, there was nothing.
Nothing came up when you Googled his name.
Yeah, they put him in, and then I don't know who filled in the Ultimate Warrior.
I mean, they could have had Bailey, but not allowed.
Why would Bailey fill the Ultimate Warrior?
She has like the things on her arms.
I just thought it up.
She tries to be. They claim she's Macho Man or whatever.
Yeah, so close.
But I literally only see Ultimate Warrior. I've never seen Macho Man other than she does an elbow.
No, yeah, she did that once, but that's fine.
It became her finisher for a minute.
Yeah, she was at WrestleMania.
It was better than Bailey to Belly.
Bailey to Belly.
So, this is a pay-per-view.
This is
finally next week. We don't have to do like dual work.
We
didn't even do it this week. We just made one show, but nonetheless, should have been dual work.
Well, these pay-per-views don't deserve dual work.
Not really. So we're likely to just recap this
as we do Raw and SmackDown.
Yeah,
it's Backlash.
Unless like the fans attack Roman.
That or like Brock jumps off the Titantron.
Kane's there.
If Kane's there, we're doing it.
If Nia and Ronda beat up Roman.
If Nia sits on Alexa and Alexa dies.
If Nia eats food during the match.
If Alexa brings a burrito bowl to the ring and gives it to her.
If Jinder shows up.
No, that's going to happen. It's going to be Jinder and Finn on the pre-show. You can see it now.
And throw Baron and No Way in there just for...
And you know Jinder's going to win.
Throw Baron in there for the fuck of it.
You're like...
This is so bad.
You know it's coming.
The Sling Blade.
Oh! Actually, we're not... I just need to bring up the Greatest Royal Rumble one more time.
Yeah, I figured.
The Jinder whisper in the wind.
Did you see the Khali? There's a thing from like 10 years ago.
With the whisper in the wind?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They both did the same thing.
But did you see Khali there? He looked even worse than he did.
But like Jinder, like remember when Jericho flopped down for the Superman punch?
Yeah.
I don't understand what it is with professional wrestlers and being stupid.
And having to redo it.
Yeah. But like Jinder, why didn't you just pretend that you dove out of the way?
Right.
Rather than selling it like you got hit. And Jericho, why didn't you just pretend you dove out of the way rather than pretending you got hit?
And the worst thing about those is when the announcers are like, "Oh, he did get hit." No, he didn't. He didn't. We saw.
Corey said it was like the earthquake caused by Jeff hitting the ground that broke Ginger's legs or something. By the way, last thing. The greatest part of the Greatest Rumble was not Titus falling. It was when Titus was eliminated, and Michael said, "Okay, go back under the ring, Titus." That was the greatest part. Because I was like, yeah. Also, that Titus is a good example of like that same phenomenon of like you should have hid under the ring or something.
Yeah.
Don't just admit.
Just stay.
I know in like those big multi-man matches, there are spots that are predetermined, and if he doesn't get in the ring, it's gonna like break the match. But
Also,
he should have hid for like a
if
second.
that was the LED board, he would have died.
I would have been okay with that.
That was so bad.
I would have felt like it's what you get for going to Saudi Arabia.
He's lucky he missed the pole that's in the middle. Oh, jacked up his shoulder.
I mean, he's lucky he wasn't just like an inch closer and didn't just like decapitate himself on the edge of the ring.
So funny. And then they showed on Raw. I was like, oh.
For a super tall guy, he went way under there.
He flew. Like, he slid.
But also, can you explain to me, other than his like work with kids or whatever,
Yeah,
why exactly Darren Young was released and I have this big doofus still here?
I have no idea.
Like when he does the fucking like thing.
Why aren't they just a team still?
Like, I would release them both, given my like they don't deserve to have jobs,
Right.
But like, especially
why did you release one and not the other?
Why did he stay?
Well, it's because of what he does.
But they're also getting sued because of him.
That's true.
So like,
they're also getting sued because of Randy Orton's tattoos. So
yeah,
let's be careful here.
But you know, Keith is a troubling man.
Keith is a troubling man.
Speaking of trouble, if you didn't see last week's episode, you can check that out somewhere on the sidebar. If you did see this week's episode, we'll be back next week with more of this babbling and great news from the Backlashes. If you want to leave questions below, we'll answer them next week, or you can use the Anchor Podcast app or the Twitter or whatever, the Facebook. I don't care. Available in audio-only format via the links below. This is also done live, so you can watch it live next time if you missed it this time. We're done. Next week's 22 episodes of drama, and hopefully Roman gets booed to death. See ya. Done. Live show. See you later.
All right, that.